Hey guys, so we're going to talk about School Rumble, which is different than Rumble of the Heart if you're looking for that. I think I have a review of that, but it's a completely different show. You shouldn't have clicked on this. But this show is basically a love, not really a love triangle in a sense. It's basically there is a girl who's in love with a guy, and there's a guy who's in love with that girl, if you're following. It's kind of a line, I guess. And it's unclear where he is. In fact, he's the most blank character I think I've ever seen. I mean, like, if you were going to, draw a blank character, picture it. Picture an animated blank character, something completely expressionist. You'd probably end up something similar to this character that this girl's madly in love with. And in a lot of ways, it reminds me in some ways, it reminds me a lot of, a lot of different shows, actually. But what's interesting about it is, romantic comedy market that is full of generics. This show uses the same generics, like they have episodes where they, go on, field trips and the such. They kind of use that same, plot line, but they try to be original with it, which is refreshing, and they take the comedy a lot more seriously. It's a lot closer to a real comedy romance. It's more comedy romance than romantic comedy, if that makes sense. The characters are fairly interesting, though. I want to make it clear this is just my opinion, after 3 episodes. So if you read up top, this is my first impressions. I'm on like episode 3. But the characters don't seem to be that deeply developed, if that makes sense. They're kind of a lighter character. They're kind of one-dimensional, at least so far. And that's an interesting take on it, because usually how it goes is they make, each character have deep emotional conflicts, oh, my mother's got cancer, oh, he's from a rich family. A lot of the classic Moa stereotypes, this is a little, I guess, new sentence. A lot of the classic Moa characters show up in the main female heroine's friends. Though, what's interesting about it is that none of them are blatant Moa characters. They're all kind of Moa light, at least in the first season. And they kind of, it's almost like you have to look for it, which is kind of interesting. A lot of shows don't do that anymore, I guess, or they never did it, I don't know. But at least the ones I've come across. What else? I think that the animation quality is a little bit low. Of course, this is 2005, when the season starts, I believe, when they were actually, it got produced completely. So it's right at the beginning of the transition of the way they do anime now. So, it wouldn't surprise me if it was if next season it's going to be super badass animation. So I don't know at this point. Kind of like Bleach. If you watch some early Bleach, that's kind of, everybody knows Bleach, so this might be easier. If you watch the early Bleach, it's considerably less, the quality in the animation is considerably less than the quality of the animation in the later episodes. The voice actors, I've heard that, especially the female lead gets a lot of shit. I don't necessarily think that's fair. I think, some of the writing gets mistranslated a little bit more than usual in the difference between the subbed and the dubbed. But having said that, her voice doesn't piss me off. It kind of irritates some people. Now, if you can get past that, then I think you're basically golden. The characters are interesting on their own right, especially the male badass, who, if you see the show, you'll know who I'm talking about. I'm really trying not to ruin it for anybody, give away anything. So if it seems like none of this makes sense, watch the first episode, then this might make sense. I'm just trying not. I hate it when people give away information on shows, so I'm trying my best not to while telling you about it. So if you're getting irritated with me not actually giving you information, I apologize. Anyway, the male badass character, it's fucking hilarious. He makes the show for me. I mean, I would have stopped watching it if he was not in the show. Because it's just a funny way of doing it, especially the whole test part, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's as far as I've gotten, basically. and it made me laugh so hard. I really like that character. But having said that, are the other two main protagonists, the female lead? The female lead, I think, is the bread and butter of the series, you know. But the guy that she's in love with, like I said earlier, is just kind of a blank hole and did nothing really there. In part, this is to further the mystery of what her actions are actually getting across to the guy, of course. You know, the classic kind of anime trick where they basically put you in the perspective of one character, so the other character seems more and more mysterious through the series. You know, his actions, what does this mean? You know, you actually kind of feel for the character because you know you don't really know what he's thinking. I think to a certain extent they overdid it with this character, at least so far. Now, who knows? Maybe this goes on for 7 seasons. You'll get fucking sick of this guy. But at this point, I mean, you know nothing about him. As far as you know, I mean, he's basically just an image that says 2 words, maybe 5 words a episode. I mean, it's really kind of just a black hole of information. Now, when I said that they follow stereotypes in the series, like the classic episode plot twists and shit, that they do that, but they take the comedy aspect more seriously. What I meant by that, or mean by that, I guess, is that they'll do the whole bus thing, where, oh, he wants to sit with her, or she wants to sit with him, you know what I'm talking about? But they'll make it more chaotic. They'll take it to kind of it's more of a satire on episodes of anime that focus on that as a way of looking at it. Like some animes take it serious. This guy, he's got to actually think about it. He's got to blow off one of his friends. There's choices made. But in this series, it's kind of like it's a satire of that. It's like, oh, the guy ends up through the window and he ends up getting on the wrong bus. Stuff that would be considered serious events in other anime is just kind of a joke in this one. So it's kind of refreshing that they don't take themselves that seriously. For me. What else about the series? Of course, this all could change next episode. Watch it. We'll get super serious. Super surreal. But at this point, I am enjoying the series. I'll continue to watch it. And yeah, that's my goal. I heard a lot about this series. When they said School Rumble, I thought that it was a fighting show. And when I saw that most of them were female leads, I thought that it was like a ninja school. I was completely off. It's just a comedic romance, I guess is what I call it. But yeah. So if you are into romantic comedies, but you kind of feel like they should make more jokes or make them more important in the show than the romance, this is kind of your ticket. I mean, it's kind of just a funny way. I laugh every episode so far. But of course I'm in episode 3 watching. Episode 4 is going to be horrible. I mean, people are just going to start dying. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, that's basically it. Subscribe, comment, rate. The drill. If you know the show, definitely comment on it. I like to see other shows kind of like this. In a way, it's kind of like a Bobobo comedy version of a serious romantic story. Kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, but that's a real bad way of phrasing it. So I'm going to just drop it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I am. Before I forget, I will be in my room next time. I'm here because my room, it has paint on it. So I'm here until the paint dries. So now it's only parts of my wall. So not my whole wall. So if you are missing that white backdrop, you can kind of see what it would look like over there. Don't worry, that part won't be changed if you care much about it. I guess who the fuck cares about white background but me? So yeah, that's it. Have a great day. Bye.